So welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to talk a little bit about social enterprises and the social entrepreneurship field. Give you a little bit of its history, how and when it started, and the development of it, where it currently is here today, and where hopefully it will go in the future. I'll explain some of the features of the social enterprise and the benefits it has over the traditional for-profits and non-for-profits. I'll discuss some of the players in the industry, so you know who you would be working with if you're in this industry yourself. Then I'd like to talk about the Long Island Social Entrepreneurship Group, group that we're meeting here for today, what it's about, and why I started. So please hold your questions until the end, and you'll have a chance. Okay, so what is a social enterprise? A social enterprise is a hybrid business organization that contains two purposes. The first purpose is a financial purpose, meaning to generate revenue, become financially self-sustaining, and ideally becoming profitable through commercial activities. And the second purpose is a social purpose, to create public, social, or environmental change, improvement, or benefit. And now this differs from the typical for-profit and not-for-profit fields, because the social enterprise has these two purposes. For-profit is just a singular financial purpose, and a non-profit has a social. So this kind of blends those features together. The field of social entrepreneurship, founded in the early 1980s by a man named Bill Drayton, who went on to find the Ashoka social enterprise. It has been growing ever since, but more rapidly in the past decade, ever since Muhammad Yunus won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2006. And he was the inventor of microfinance. The field is viewed as a drastic improvement over the previous economic system of distinct separateness between the pure for-profit company and the pure non-profit organization. The limits and restraining features of the for-profit and non-profit entities have prevented business and philanthropic communities from having the tools necessary to truly effectuate impactful, sustaining social change. And as a result, society has endured tremendous social and economic inequalities and injustices. Remarkably, such restraining features of the for-profit and non-for-profit have been resolved, or at least significantly mitigated, by the hybrid features of the social enterprise organization. For example, in the corporate entity, ever since its inception, it has possessed a fiduciary duty to inure only a private benefit to its shareholders, to maximize profits for the shareholders. And it's essentially the primary or only duty of the corporate management. And therefore, as it follows, if the directors or officers do actually engage in an activity that does inure a public benefit, or simply improve society, the shareholders can hold them liable if it's found that such activity did not maximize the private profits, which public benefit activities rarely do. So in the corporate field, it's always profits above people rather than vice versa. These corporate executives, who are generally considered our society's most powerful and talented leaders, and who often possess the greatest quantity and quality of tools and resources, are thereby restrained from improving the social problems of its community, even if that is what they so desire. In addition, the restraining features of the nonprofit entity are also considered a great impediment to social progress. Because the nonprofit is restrained from engaging in economic activity that is non-mission aligned, it essentially must rely solely on donations to fund their social ventures, and donations always run dry. In addition, the IRS's reasonable compensation clause effectually prevents nonprofits from offering wages that are competitive with their corporate counterparts, thereby preventing the recruitment of top talent. However, in contrast, the social enterprise removes these restraining features because it possesses the dual purpose of both the financial and the social public benefit, which is built right into the business model. For example, social enterprises are permitted to engage in any profit-generating venture they legally desire. So it is able to generate a consistent and sustainable source of revenue and does not have to rely on municipal donations. Furthermore, social enterprises are able to pay competitive corporate wages, so they